All right. This is our third episode of our what would you call it? Resurgence. First episode, Clyde wasn't here, then he came back. We've been missing the main attraction.
I am not the main attraction. Do not say that.
Definitely the crowd favorite, and that's funny because that's Clyde's line name. But the real crowd favorite, we got James over there in the corner. But we got two new faces. We got some blood in the building. Mm-hmm. We got some real family in the building. So y'all gonna introduce yourselves to the people.
All right, well, Kaya, but my full name Nakaya. You know, I'm related to Zay. You know, that's my cousin, real blood. And so happy to be here. Start up some shit.
Uh-oh. And we glad to have you.
Hey man, it's Brad. People call me Brad. My name's Bradford. I'm the boo to Kaya over here. And hey man, glad to be here. Make sure y'all get my little shout out right now. Just get out the way. Mm-hmm. I got 2 YouTube channels, Hustle and Grind TV and Taking a Chance with BTV. Just go and check us out. We do podcasts and gaming, everything over there.
I got you. And we gonna revisit it too at the end. Give everybody a chance to, promote what they want to promote. So before we get into our first segment, James, where you been, man?
Man, around.
You ain't been around here?
I really ain't.
So what's been going on? Oh, something that you can't disclose to the people.
No, I just been raising kids.
Yeah, that's tough now.
That's really about it. Trying to be, hold on, let me put it. I've been trying to be a family man.
Love that.
What y'all been up to? What y'all want the people to know about y'all? I'm gonna say that. Outside of the YouTube. Make sure you talking your mic too.
Okay, I got you. What I want people to know about me, I just say where I go to school at. You know, I went to Tougaloo and graduated there with my bachelor's. Went to Nashville. Now I'm at Meharry Medical College and studying data science. I'm on my last year, but hey, we're working through it. You know, I'm back here, grinding it out and having fun with my boo over here, but in my family, just being a family, and like you said, that's about it.
While he's over there succeeding, yeah, I graduated to Glue, but I'm also getting my master's at Fisk. And I've been out here living on a prayer, trying to make it best way I can.
Living on a prayer. So, James, you brought up raising kids, multiple kids. You don't have multiple kids, but you're raising multiple kids. Y'all don't have kids yet, but I assume, as things progress, one may come. How would y'all feel about y'all kids getting into a fight? Or does the gender matter?
The gender don't matter because the hands for everybody. It depends on the reason why they get into a fight,
Okay.
I mean, for me, it's just like, it don't matter what the gender is, but as long as you got a reason, I wouldn't let nobody, keep punking you out. You know what I'm saying? Like if they coming at you and they steady coming at you, bro, don't play around with them, man. Don't let them touch you. My daddy always said, don't let them bitch you out.
Right.
So that's the motto I live by. So
The hands are for everybody.
For sure.
Okay.
But I do care about the gender. Because I prefer my son to be a little bit more level-headed. Because it's more that could come behind a fight than a fight.
Yeah.
It's a war. The fight is the battle.
Yeah. The war gonna come later.
And I hope, like, I want my son to be more level-headed, but that's not to say I want my daughter to be hot-headed neither. You know what I'm saying? But the reason you got into the fight definitely matter. Were you the instigator or initiator? Because if you were, then that's a problem. That's a real fucking problem. Like,
Cause now you starting shit.
yeah.
that could bring that war back to you.
Did you get into a fight because of somebody else did, or are you defending yourself? Like, what's the deal? Like, the why is the most important thing,
Right?
and who you fighting with. You out here fighting your friends over somebody else said or somebody else did. Just just messy shit.
Mm-hmm. So, part of being a kid is getting into fights, unfortunately. But most of the time when kids fight, it's a fight, and that's usually the end of it. With young kids, older kids, then that's when the bullshit comes. But if your child loses the fight, then what is your reaction? Because it's always easy to say, don't let nobody punk you out if your child win. But if your child lose and they come home beat up or crying, whatever, then what
age we talking about though?
Yeah, what age?
We're gonna say preteen.
So like 12, 13. 11.
Like 10, 11, 12.
What's the extent of getting beat up? Like losing a fight and getting beat up, like okay.
I mean, take it however you want to take it.
So if let's just say my daughter, right? Let's just say she lose a fight and she like 10, but she just lose the fight. But when you come home with scars and you got knots and shit on your head now, I got a problem. What a teacher, what a supervision, you know what I'm saying? Who raised the other child who put their hands on you? Because now we got to put the parents into play. It get tricky, which is why I say I prefer for my kids to be level-headed. Fuck that. Don't fight them, you ain't got to.
I don't know. I feel like we need to invest in some classes or something. Karate, kickboxing, something. Because if you coming home knotted up, beat up, I'm like, ooh.
So what it sounds like is you ain't finna be losing no fights out here, making the family look bad.
Can't.
That's what I'm hearing.
You just can't. But also, I do agree about being level-headed because I wasn't getting in fights like that. Because my grandma was like, you need to be level-headed when you approach situations. So I definitely got to teach that. But also, you got to be able to hold your own.
Yeah.
If it comes to you.
Yeah. I mean, that's my main thing. Like, as long as my child hold his own. Like, I know I've gotten into a lot of fights when I was a kid. And when my dad told me, as long as you hold your own, man, you good with me. I can come home with, scars and stuff. Hold your own, man. And then I can
Don't
go
just
behind
get dog walk.
There you go.
Yeah. I didn't fight a lot. Like, I had a couple fights here and there. I didn't fight mostly because of I was scared of what would happen coming from my parents, mainly my mama, because I feel like at the time I couldn't explain. It wasn't a good enough reason to fight.
Yeah.
That wasn't gonna get my ass whooped at home, whether I won or lost. I knew my daddy, he was different, but I ain't lived with my daddy that much. So, but that's what I was worried about. So now you brought up another good point. You keep my ball rolling. And I appreciate that. Getting the parents involved. Y'all gave some pretty sensible answers as far as if your kid lose. When, say your kid win, and then the other parent get involved and decide they want to retaliate. Or they want to give their kid a means to retaliate. Then what is the next step? Because you got some kids some parents that's like, okay, you lost, you got to go back and fight until you win. But it's just straight hands. What if we get to add other variables in it?
I mean, you got the sensible answer, then you got the ain't shit answer.
Right.
Because I feel like when parents get involved, like, you really got to take the problem with the parent. Like, because you're telling your child, informing your child that this is what they need to do when the fight should be over once, whether win or lose. So you really need to talk to the parent. And the parent might be on some fighting stuff. And so that'll put you in a position like, are you finna fight for your kid or are you going to remain level-headed?
Right.
So, I don't know. Because I don't have kids. So it's really like, I really don't know till I'm in it.
Yeah. That's why I said I don't really got anything because that's kind of hard for me. I don't really have kids.
Man, I ain't finna hesitate to slap the shit out nobody, mama or daddy, for a good reason. I'm not.
Okay. So the reason I'm asking all these questions, I'm building up to my.
Because though, parents be ghetto, man.
For sure.
And not even just ghetto. Like they might be mad they child lost or just.
So, I thought it was a video, but I guess I just got a screenshot. And this video is from the summer. Oh, this story is from the summer. So
it hurts a lot.
A trip to a school playground on Sunday, July 9th, has now left an 11-year-old traumatized and in lots of pain.
My cousin and a girl, they had started fighting. And then once they got done fighting, she was like, I got something for y'all.
That something was a substance believed to be acid.
Her mother met her in the park, by the park, and gave her the substance, the chemical, to throw on the kids. And she told the kids that's what they get for messing with her daughter.
All the kids were able to scatter quickly, avoiding harm. But De'Ara Summers soon realized she left her purse, went back to grab it, putting her in harm's way.
2 seconds after it hit me, it just like started burning.
De'Ara's brother was also at the park and called home to tell his mom what he saw.
Smoke was coming off her body from head to toe, and holes were coming in her clothes. And he said that they were all running home from the park.
De'Ara was rushed to a local hospital with severe burns.
I had 3rd and 2nd degree all the way from my back down.
De'Ara is also having difficulties walking, and her mom is so emotionally overwhelmed, she has difficulties working.
No sleep, no eating, no nothing. Because I have to make sure my daughter's needs are met.
The family has started a GoFundMe account to help pay for the unexpected medical bills. Now, this family wants justice.
I'm really bothered by the fact that the suspects are still walking around freely.
Detroit police tell Fox 2 it's not their case because it took place on the property of a Detroit Public Schools Community District playground, and therefore DPSCD police are investigating. We reached out to DPSCD and are told police are still investigating. They also released a statement which reads in part, "The incident did not involve our employees or was it connected to a district or school event. This is a community matter involving 2 families that do not both attend our school district or the school." As this mom fights for justice, she says she's also fighting to make sure her daughter does not become depressed.
I just give her words of encouragement, let her know she's still beautiful. This is just a minor setback for a major comeback. She's gonna come on top, and justice will be served.
First thing, man, if my child come home like that and she tell me what happened, I'm not hesitating to go to the police and anything. I'm not hesitating that. That's the first thing. And the second thing, I'm gonna call their parents, and I'm gonna have a straight up conversation like, "Yo, whatever you do to her, whatever you do to my daughter or my son, come do it to me. We can talk about this. You know what I'm saying? What happened? They got in a fight at the park. What's up? You know, let's have an adult conversation about this, other than sending your child out there to do that, because that could have been horrific, man. You know."
Mm-hmm. Obviously, he's the sensible one. Cause
me, and I was just about to say, now this is mama to mama now.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be no calling. It's gonna be me pulling up. Because you gotta be in some different type of frame of mind to give your kid acid to pour on somebody else. Like, you not well in your head, period. So at this point, no calling, no conversation really gonna do nothing about it. So now, I'm gonna fight you. I'm probably gonna fight your kid. I'm gonna fight everybody. Because what made you think to put acid on my baby? Now my baby in the hospital.
Right.
So then, and then where's the teacher? Where's the principal?
It wasn't during school. They was just on the playground.
Oh, okay.
But like I said, it was during the summer. They was just, I guess, jumped the fence or whatever and went to the playground.
All right, we ain't gotta put the teachers and the principal in it, but everybody else, they can get it for sure. I ain't gonna, use pistols, none of that. But the other
Make sure you
lady
talk to your mic.
I was like, the other lady might, cause she ain't right in the head giving acid anyway. So maybe.
And tell her what she got.
Exactly.
She got acid just sitting around.
So shit, she might put acid on me at this point, but I mean, gotta do whatever it takes to show your kid, like, don't ever back down just cause somebody else unwell being.
You not hesitating, I'm assuming.
She
This finna
wanna
be
die. She wanna die.
She wanna die.
And I'm gonna slap the shit out that baby.
That's why I said the baby gonna get it too.
I'm gonna slap the fuck out that. I ain't for putting my hands on nobody kid, but I'm slapping the fuck out that baby. For real. The mama gonna get her ass whooped.
I'm not disagreeing with you at all, brother.
Cause you don't do no shit like that. You don't do nothing like that. Like for real. That ain't even going to tell your child to fight again. Like that's even different.
Mm-hmm.
Like acid.
That could have killed the
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
your child. That's,
Yeah.
Cause even if yo, like the mama said some shit like go get a stick, you know, it's a weapon, but it's a stick. You talking about a chemical reaction. You don't know how this other girl is finna react. Her skin, her body in general gonna react to this shit. And you and your daughter then put this girl's life in danger. Because what if whatever treatment they do at the hospital don't work? Or it's too late by the time they get there?
Time to go get them brass knuckles.
For real.
You said brass shell casing? Oh, okay. So
Yeah, that too.
we gonna move on. So we talked about that. I know James. I've been knowing James a long time, but obviously me and Kai grew up together. Just met you yesterday. You seem like you've been giving sensible answers. You seem like a pretty stand up dude, you know, athlete, all that. You laughing. What's going on?
He is. It's all true. All true facts.
But you did say you got in a couple fights
Mm-hmm.
as you was coming up. Would you consider yourself to be a hood nigga / street nigga?
Dude, I don't condone myself as that. I call myself country for a reason. Because if you ask your family over here, we eat some of everything over there. We kill some of everything. We do a whole lot of country stuff over there. And I got into a lot of fights, but I went to a white institution in high school. That's where I got my education at. So it was mostly fighting with the black dudes that was there, or if them white boys was trying to throw hands or something. Me and my brother had to handle it. Because my brother like 4 years older than me. Mm-hmm. He always taught me to defend yourself and don't let nobody try to run over you. And if it if another older dude trying to come hit you or something, let me know. I take care of it. So that's why we always had a bond like that.
So, and so you said you're from Clinton, right?
Yeah.
Me being from Jackson, James being from Jackson, Nakai being from Jackson, but I don't know if she got the same feeling that me and James got. So me and James used to go play kickball and hoop and shit in Clinton sometime, right? At what's that park?
Robinson Park.
Robinson Park.
I know what it's at.
So I have the theory that a lot of the black dudes in Clinton, it's either one or two things. They either country, just on some regular country shit, or they try to act like, or they want to be from or claim Jackson because of the reputation that Jackson has.
What I can say is this: I got a lot of family, and a lot of my family ain't like us. Mm-hmm. They straight up like that kill you, mm-hmm. And they live over there. Some parts in Clinton that's hood as shit. Right. Like some parks that I live by, it's hood, but they know me. You come over here, I'm out of. But what I can say, they do be doing that sometime, but I can feel like some part of Clinton is like Jackson. Not all parts of Clinton.
Right.
Because, more police in Clinton, you won't pull more niggas over.
Right.
So you ain't got time to do all that, bull jump. You got to, Jackson, you can do whatever you want. Just go 70 somewhere, walk down the street and say F you. Nah. You got more white people in Clinton.
Right.
You got to think. Yeah.
Okay. But with that being said, and this is a question for all y'all, what do you feel like is the mentality of the typical street nigga, hood nigga? Like if you could compare it to something, what would you compare it to?
it's given like, you know, the movie Hustle and Flow, like gotta get it by any means for like typical Jackson nigga. Cause like situation in life itself, when you coming from Jackson, like it ain't the bottom, but it's like you gotta work your way up to be something. And so like if all you got is like, you know, slanging or doing whatever the fuck out here, then you gonna do what you gotta do to make it. So it's like I gotta get by any means, whether I gotta kill you, whether I gotta sell this dope or anything. I just gotta do what I gotta do. So
you say the mentality. On some like real life WWE shit. Like when I say that, like, you know how like in wrestling, like the main eventers, now we ain't gonna go.
Yeah.
Man, like, but the main
the upper card.
Yeah, like everybody want to hold their own. It go back to that though, holding your own, no matter what you doing. Hell, Kurt Angle, Olympic gold medalist, he want to prove he can hold his own.
Right.
No matter what you doing, I feel like that be the mentality. Whether you in the streets, whether you an athlete or whatever, it's just you want to hold your own. You can stand on your own too.
Okay. Would y'all say that the street mentality and the, I guess you could say, typical woman's mentality overlap?
It's similarities.
Not y'all stunned.
Hard. Yeah, it's hard.
It's similarities because of like the, I guess you could say like holding your own. Like I feel like in society in modern time, I'm not gonna even say modern time, let's just say the new millennium, to be honest. Like that is a trait of women. It's a trait of everybody, but it's a trait of women. I feel like they want to prove that they can hold their own with or without a man. By any means.
yeah, I agree with
I
that.
definitely agree.
Oh, cause like, you know, now you had like women on TikTok talking about like, you know, you need like a 5-star man or like a man that's gonna be able to provide for you. And if you're not doing that, then you need to be able to provide for yourself. And so it's like, okay, if you don't have a man doing it, you gotta do it all by yourself. Especially if we got kids. Like if the man not doing his part, you gotta do your part as a mama and a dad. So it's like that street mentality come in like, okay, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to take care of my kids or take care of myself. So
Yeah, I always used to say it's more pressure on women that got kids, really, because that street mentality really got to kick in. And you see like a single mom, don't mess with her. You trying to go date her, don't mess with her, because guess what? She can put you through some shit. You know, that's why everybody don't go date a single mom. You know, because you got to deal with that kid, and guess what? You got to satisfy her. That's two different things. So they gotta make it on their own. If you ain't bringing nothing to the table, what you there for?
Right.
You know?
I find it interesting that y'all focused on the positive aspect of street nigga mentality and a woman's mentality, because I got this video.
Who said that who said that I always want to prove you can hold your own is a positive thing?
I mean,
it go either way to me.
Yeah, it goes the way.
It can go either way, but when most people talk about that, they talk about it in a positive way.
Trying
of going to whatever links you need to go to make sure that you're taken care of.
Oh, see, when I said
it's a character trait.
That's why I worded it the way I worded it. Try and prove you can hold your own versus holding your own. Two different things.
True, because when you trying to prove it, then you can go off and be ignorant. But it's a virtuous trait. I should have said virtuous, not instead of character trait of being able to handle whatever you need to handle to make sure that you and yours taken care of. But this video is more so on the negative side, and I want y'all to listen and give y'all opinion.
A street dude ain't no different than a female. They propagate gangsterism. Women think that's masculinity. It's a call for help. Street dudes grew up without a father.
Father time, we gonna teach him not to be in the streets.
But listen, when you stand at a street dude, what did he do? You looking at? What you looking at, nigga? That's the same thing that women do. When you staring at a woman, it's like, boy, what you looking at? They got the same energy as a woman. It just has a different frequency to it. You got the same energy. when you're over emotional, that creates toxicity. Your emotions is not in balance with logic. Like they dealing with a lot of internal problems. Propagate gangsterism, and women think that's masculinity. Smoking all day, popping pills, you know what I'm saying, flashing the money. They trying to compensate for the lack thereof. Something happened to that man when he was a little boy. A lot of them deal with a lot of mental issues, while a lot of them are really like low key homosexuals too. A lot of
I heard about that. I did hear about that.
A lot of street people are really that, you know what I'm saying. But a lot of women today, you know, they really think that like, oh, he a street dude, you know what I'm saying? He is listening to NBA YoungBoy. That's Bay right there. That's Bay. You got, you know, they think that's like masculine energy. A masculine man is always a very logical man, not an emotional man. Emotional people act on impulse.
He sound like he low key sound like he hating.
Yeah. I don't think he know what he really talking about.
He ain't never stepped foot in no streets. He sound like though. Real talk. He sound like he hating.
It was giving some Kevin Samuels. Ain't that his name? R.I.P. to that man.
All right, R.I.P. to the guy Kevin Samuels.
Yeah.
But what is y'all?
Oh.
So are y'all disagreeing with everything he was saying?
I agree to a certain extent. I don't know. That might look bad on me repping the women right now, but I agree to a certain extent because, like, when you're dealing with, you know, your own personal traumas, that does reflect in your life and how you move through life. Like, you know, when you're trying to, it's reasons why women respond that way when a man is like approaching them. Because of course you gotta be safe about your surroundings. But then on the other hand, you do have some cocky women. I ain't gonna lie. I've met a couple women that come off as a little like, you know, can't approach me, don't talk to me. So, you know, yeah, you got that. And then I don't know about all the coke popping or whatever he was talking about with the women. I don't know about all that. Everybody got their own struggles, but
no, he was saying that the women look at men who pop pills and all that stuff as more masculine.
I never seen it.
I never seen it, but I can say yeah. I'm gonna let you finish what you're saying. Before you go. On that note, you know, it can be like that because of what the women are used to seeing in the home. If that kind of makes sense here, podcast. So if they're used to seeing that all the time, they're gonna think that's, you know, oh, that's cool. I like that. He masculine.
Right.
But they ain't never seen a man actually going out and getting it, working, not doing all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? They may hit a drink every now and then, but you know, you see him giving you money all the time, or you know, he out working, stressing, coming home, sleep. It's a different story.
Right.
I feel like you gotta be mindful of the fact like fathers are like the main representation of what you gonna want to see in your own man. And like if you don't have a father in your life, then where's the representation? You just going off of what social media, what other people telling you that you need to find as a masculine man. So you know.
I do find it to be true too. Yeah. Women do well, not just women, men do it too. Like I feel like you're more likely to give in to societal pressures if you don't see something coming up in the household. Cause what's your gauge,
right? For,
you know what I'm saying, what a real man is. You know, I feel like that's where the social media and stuff come into play. What's your gauge for what you want in a woman? You might have mama trauma, so now you looking for your mama in a partner, but for some niggas it do exist, but nobody could ever fill that void. So like it do matter, but what he would like to him, like I've never heard a woman feel like popping pills and smoking weed make a man a man. I never. And you know me. I be on bitch's ass. Mm-hmm. But I've never heard that.
Well, I feel like the popping pills and stuff was just an example, but I've definitely seen women who gravitate towards niggas who use drugs.
Oh, and I can see why.
But I don't know if they equated that to a man being a man, but those be the type of niggas that they move to. And then that nigga do what that nigga do. And now they looking stupid.
So a question for you, well, for everybody. In present day, do you still think it's like that? About like women looking towards, because I feel like the whole gangster thing and women looking towards it, I feel like that's kind of faded.
I would say it depends on status.
It depends on status, and I think it depends on age. Because it be the young niggas and the young women who promote that and who look to that. Once you grow and mature to a certain level, then you start moving different and attracting different shit, and being attracted to different shit.
Yeah. Status, age, and money. Because money always gonna play a part. Because, like, can he take care of you? Can he not take care of you? Okay, so.
Women overlook a lot of shit if you can take care of them. From my experience.
Shit, from my experience too.
So, final thoughts on that, on that video, on him.
Buddy sound hurt.
Yeah, buddy
Like
been
a
through
street
lot.
nigga done gave him one of them knots.
I don't know why I agree with him, but I disagree with the fact, with the idea that he sounded like he hating. I mean, I just feel like he just
He sounded
observing.
like he was hating on street niggas.
Not every street nigga like that.
Yeah, like
That's
you got
true.
some real sweet street niggas. Then by sweet I don't mean gay. See, he talking about homosexuality ain't got no face, dude. There's a lot of big buff homosexual niggas who will probably whoop my ass. I'm gonna have to shoot them, but still.
But, and I'm just going off of like thinking about the type of niggas that I saw and I was around growing up. The niggas who was my age, who was acting, who was promoting gangsterism or whatever. A lot of them niggas had that same, all the stuff, all the examples he gave outside of some of the drugs that's what I saw from them type of niggas.
You know some weird.
And then a lot of them niggas ended up being gay. So I kind of agree with all the she's saying.
You think, well, for me, one thing we didn't discuss, environment play a role in it too. Because if you ain't from, like, come on, we went to JPS.
Mm-hmm.
If you ain't go to JPS, you might not view the shit like that. Because I'm going to be real, when I went to Jefferson Parish with my mama for that 1 year and I was in the 7th grade, like, the girls were attracted to different shit. Mm-hmm. But the school was a 60 to 70% white, probably 10 black, and probably the other 10 Hispanic, Asian, just a mixture. It was diverse. They weren't looking for the same shit that a motherfucker was looking for when I went to Provine.
True.
So the Provine bitch, yeah, she gonna look for that. But that's probably go back to what you said about seeing in the home. That's probably what she used to. Stepdaddy probably in that motherfucker like Rodney. She used to that.
If
Or
you
Jody,
know,
one
you
of the
know.
two.
Yeah. I guess, man. I don't know, because I ain't been nowhere outside of JPS. So maybe this is just what I'm used to.
Oh, it's some different shit outside this motherfucker. I ain't spent number 1 year outside of it, and boy.
Oh, I'm already knowing. Between you and you going to Clinton and Clyde being in Brandon. Did you ever go outside of JPS?
Mm-mm. I was JPS the whole time.
And so that's why I can agree with what she talking about. But
That's why I say I see what he's saying. Cause them Northwest bitches would have went for the same. See, I'm wrong because them little girls and we was little.
Oh.
But I'm talking about my peer
Dang, I
group.
went to Northwest. That's crazy.
Me too, yeah, I did too. I'm talking about my peer group of women.
I went for a year.
Wasn't hitting no shit with. I was the best middle school at that time with.
At that time, yeah, probably. But
You know-
by the time I got to Blackburn was the best.
Like, male figures play a role. Like, if your daddy acting like this, your daddy doing all the things that the man was saying in the video, of course you gonna, like, emulate it because you, like, that's what a man's supposed to be. Like, I'm trying to be, like, your daddy because your daddy is, like, your first father figure in your life when you like a man. So,
Well,
That can be. I was going to say that was going to be from relationships too.
Mm-hmm.
If your daddy treat your woman, your mama the way that he do all the time, and you see it, you like, oh, that's the way I'm supposed to treat her. Okay, that's how I'm gonna treat her then. Mm-hmm. So you ain't never gonna treat your woman the way because you treating your woman the way your mama was treated. Your daddy treat your mama.
I find myself doing this shit. Some of the same shit my daddy used to do. I find myself doing. I guess that mean Boo Boo gonna be out here dating niggas who drinking Michelob's. She might want me to tell her, baby, you might as well buy him a 6-pack if you gonna be with him. He'll appreciate it. He'll rub your back.
so we all had father figures, whether it was our daddy or granddaddy, uncle, big brother, whatever. And I feel like you can kind of group men into two types of people. Well, men and women, but we talking about men. It's the people who looked up to their father figures and said, this is what I'm supposed to do. or they looked up and said, this is what I'm not supposed to do. And you got some cases where it's both. So I feel like that also plays a role. When you have, say your daddy treated your mama a certain way that wasn't good, but then you see your grandparents' relationship, been married 50 years or, whatever, and everything all good. You got a different lens to look through. And then that just, it's up to you which path you decide to go down. But I feel like most of the well-rounded men, as far as mentality, had those like multiple views. I feel like that's what I had. Like I had my dad, and I also had grandparents and uncles and shit. And everybody showed me something a little different. And I took from each of them how you supposed to move, how you supposed to treat a woman, how you supposed to handle your business as a man. And most niggas who act like this dude in this video talking about didn't have it. They didn't have a father figure at all, or the father figures they had wasn't shit. And it don't necessarily have to be family. Like like you play sports, you might, some people look up to their coaches and stuff, or like if you got a favorite male teacher. So a lot of niggas don't have that, because if you got a terrible situation at home, a lot of times when you get to school, you ain't looking to them niggas for no guidance. You around your coach because you gotta be. You around your teacher because you gotta be. You ain't looking for no life lesson from them. But who the fuck am I?
I mean, it's all about that foundation. That's all it is. Like the foundation you got at home. It all starts at home, really.
Yeah. I would say foundation at home, and you hit on the coach part, because I know that I've been around I played with black people my whole life, black and white, so I got both sides of it. And it's like some of these black players were looking for, a father figure. Earl Sanders, the coach at Tula, I played over there. He was a father figure for multiple dudes that graduated and got their bachelor's. And they were just like you were describing right there. Hoes, going out, messing with all these women. But guess what? They got their bachelor's degree, and guess what they doing now? Got kids and got a family. Doing real for themselves. But see, the thing is, Coach Sanders was always working. So when they saw Coach Sanders working, he taught them, this is how y'all work. This is how you provide for your family.
Right.
This is how you be a man. Because Coach Sanders was out there. He fun man to talk to. But one thing about him and all them other coaches over there, they gonna work you. Yeah. Even though we may lose some games, they gonna work you. They gonna teach you how to become a man. That's the other thing. Yeah.
I feel that. So one thing y'all touched on before we kind of snowballed was your idea of a masculine man. So what is y'all's idea of a masculine man? What are some of the qualities? What are some of the traits that a real man has? Because that seems to differ throughout our community as black people.
Hey, let me go get a drink before I answer this.
So back to our question at hand. What is, and you who going first?
I'll go first.
Right, yeah. Going first.
Okay, we'll just go down the line then. What is in your mind a masculine man? A masculine man / real man?
Well, what I describe, if I look at my grandpa, and she's met both of them. Look at my grandpa, look at my dad. My grandpa, he was all about work. He's all about work. And he's all about getting things done. He's aware of his feelings, definitely. But he's always gonna treat my grandma with respect, even though how much scrap my grandma throw up, and my dad is about kind of the same way, My dad, he's been through a lot, but he showed me how to become a man, because when every day, either sport we played, because I played baseball, football, soccer, anything, he was always there. So making time for us, because a lot of men that say they're masculine, they don't make time for their children, their offspring, So they teach their child certain things, and they lead the family. So they leading things they do. So I never want to call myself a man, and I see my wife sitting there watching me lay down on my butt, ain't doing nothing. she gonna call me lazy, right? Everybody in the building can agree with that. She gonna call me straight lazy, and they gonna say, hey, he ain't doing nothing, grandma. What am I supposed to do? Leave him. You know what I'm saying? If I can't change the tire, who am I? You know what I'm saying? I gotta get my hands dirty.
Yeah.
So, and now, new age, it's like people are trying to become aware of their feelings now, and I feel like that's kind of taken away of being masculine. But I feel like that's masculine too, because if you're aware of your feelings, we gotta have more black men talking out about their feelings, because that's what's killing us now. You know what I'm saying? So I'll end it there and let Kaya talk, because she kind of taught me that right there. Yeah.
Before she goes, I wanna piggyback on something you said about being aware of your feelings. I do agree that a lot of people are trying to become more aware of their feelings nowadays, especially men. But I feel like although they're aware or becoming aware, they still don't know how to maneuver those feelings.
Yeah.
Or maneuver through those feelings. And it's not killing us as much, but when you got a lot of dudes out here who moving and reacting off of how they feel, it can still put them in messed up situations.
To that, I would just say this. That's the reason why there's no communication. So you talking about moving and reacting. So if we don't communicate, in a good manner, not, hey, bitch ass nigga, you fucked up my girl yesterday, man. I'm finna fuck you up.
Yeah.
They ain't nowhere to come. Hey, bro, I had a problem with that last night. You mind talking about it? You can still be stern.
Yeah.
Get your feelings out, and if there's still a problem, walk away. You got more life to live. You know what I'm saying? Let him go on. He know what he did. You know what I'm saying? But, there's going to be some fights. But it ain't got to end with shooting somebody. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Like, me and my dad, we weren't really close till I got older. And so then my granddad, he was on the road a lot. And I wasn't over there with, our grandparents like that. So I didn't have a male figure like that growing up. So I really had to go based off what I saw other people's families and TV. And those two things are not good scales of judgment when trying to figure out, like, what is masculine. Because I was growing up like, okay, a protector. And then I was like, well, if you protecting me, like, you got to be impulsive. You got to be on go. You got to be ready if stuff go down. But, like, growing up now as an adult, I'm like, no, I need you to be level-headed. I need you to be able to think of all the outcomes, also be able to communicate and be emotional. That's what he was talking about. But I can say, like, my views of masculinity has changed from me being younger, like, dating while I was younger, to now. Because I didn't have that view of what a man should be. All I had was like, oh, your dad yell at your mama? Okay, well, maybe he's just being stern. Maybe he just holding himself down in the conversation. Well, now I know as an adult, I'm like, I don't want no man yelling at me just to get his point across. So, I don't know. I feel like I view a man as someone that can hold his own, but, like, be able to be respectful while holding his own and not being impulsive, but being able to have, like, a sound mind when going through life. And also being aware of their emotions. So.
Would you say that when you were younger and dating, that you was dating some of the type of men that he was talking about?
Yep, I was. Because you got, like, social media and, like, grandparents, like, they hold their husbands down. And so I thought, being a woman, I need to be a fixer-upper. Like, I need to hold him down. I need to provide whatever he needs just so he can succeed. But I know that that's not always the case. Like, you can't hold everybody down.
Follow up. You was talking about being aware of your emotions. I feel like you aware of your emotions and you know how to maneuver. Was there a point where you may have came across a man who, or even when y'all first started dating, somebody who was aware and knew how to maneuver through his emotions, but you took his emotions and flipped the issue to how it made you feel?
Oh yeah, definitely. But I'm a little self-aware too, so I can tell when I'm starting to do that. And I'm like, you know what? Let me fall back. Let me look at this from your lens, because I'm like, it's not all about me, and that's what I gotta like keep reminding myself in a relationship. Like, it takes two to tango. It can't always be about you. But I know, like, younger relationships, yes, but they didn't really know how to maneuver through. It's like they were also using like them being emotional to flip it back on me. So it's like we were doing tit for tat in my younger relationships. But currently, like, no.
So with both of y'all being younger than me and James, at what point do y'all feel like y'all got to that level of emotional maturity?
I would say,
Took a lot of
it took a lot.
communication.
Look at our communication. We was long distance, and we was on the phone, and she was going through a lot. So it took a lot of communication over the phone because we both do a lot of things, and we had to figure out how to move our emotions through those things. Even when we started talking, it was a lot of stuff that was like we had to talk through, but we was kind of scared to bring it out. Even though she was kind of scared to tell me some things. Then I figured it out like 3 months later, but I ain't gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why emotions. I had to figure out how to bottle my emotions and come out and tell her. And she finally told me, and then anything now that come up, we tell each other. It kind of go that way.
Yeah, it's like a rule. Like, as long as we're not hurting each other's feelings, like, put it on the forefront. Just go ahead and deal with it. Because you'd rather go ahead and talk about it, and then we work on it rather than we just avoiding the issue. And now we just, like, we walking on needles, trying to avoid the problem.
When you say hurting each other's feelings, you mean being malicious, or you mean avoiding tough conversation?
Like,
being cutthroat.
Yeah, being cutthroat about it. Because, like, in the moment, when you're emotional, you can say anything. And I feel like you got to take a step back and think about, like, how would this affect the other person if you say it? Even though it might be the truth, like, how can you reword it?
So delivery.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
We're going to go back to the original question about masculine man. And then we
Shit.
talk about all that other shit.
I feel like, Brad, something I can see in you. Like, I feel like you were raised by strong male figures.
Yeah.
It show. It definitely is show. Because when you were answering the question, to me, you answered it, I guess, in what society would say now, from a perspective of a traditional man. I could definitely tell you had strong male figures in your life. For me, answering the question, what's a masculine man? Number one, morals. That's the number one thing I will look at. Number two, because this to me go into providing. And it's a word, a lot of people look at providing as money and stuff like that, but resourcefulness. I think there's one thing, if I ain't learned nothing else, well, that's one of the top 3 things I think I learned from my dad. He was hella resourceful, like super resourceful. And so, like, even if he ain't got it, like we discussed this before though, somebody who can do it, or something. So
You're going to find a way.
yeah, you're going to find a way. So resourcefulness, being your morals got to be in line, and the feelings thing I'm torn on, because I do think is like they say we logical creatures, and we can be, but men emotional as fuck to me. And what make us like worse is, I think it's like this going back generations. Like, men haven't been able to kind of express their emotions. So present day men are still learning how to do that. And I think that's kind of where the disconnect between women and men be. Because me expressing my emotions is not an easy thing. And I don't consider myself an emotional person. But I don't consider myself a non-emotional person either. But I'm definitely not expressive until it just build up. That's when the shit get bad. But the other characteristic I say in a masculine man though is accountability. So that's my definition. If you got morals, you got accountability, and you got resourcefulness, that's that provide, protection, all that shit. I feel like they go into that. Cause to be honest, I don't even consider myself like super masculine.
But do you consider yourself to be a real man?
Yeah.
So they're not always one and the same.
No, I think you got a man's man, then you got a man. Like your granddaddy was a man's man, and your great grand like them men like they gonna drop the whole motor.
Yeah.
My brakes need fixing right now, and I wouldn't know where to start.
Start by taking the tire off. Never mind. Don't
See
worry.
what I'm saying,
the
though?
wheel off. Excuse me. Start by
See
taking
what I'm saying, though?
You start by taking the wheel.
I ain't no man's man. Shit, I ain't fucking with it. Let me go find somebody who know how to do it. My hands gonna stay pretty so I can do things with them.
I feel that. Protection, right? Mm-hmm. Does protection stop at protecting yourself and your family as a man?
Nah, we can look out for the whole community.
Yeah, look out for the whole community.
You just said an important thing.
Yep.
Any man, I tell young men, I tell an old man this. Your protection start with your damn self. Stop trying to protect everybody else before you protect yourself. Because if you ain't here, who gonna protect your family if you gone? The next nigga? Boy, I challenge any nigga to that shit. Like, y'all, like, protect yourself. Can't take care of nobody else till you take care of yourself. Respectfully, kings.
For sure. So the reason I asked is because I have another video. Now, yeah, I can send it to y'all so y'all can watch it and really get the full thing, or y'all can just listen to it. But the situation is, young dude trying to break in a house, and the owner, who was a man, come out with a shotgun. Now they got each other at gunpoint because the young dude got a pistol. But instead of blowing this nigga head off, like most would do, they talk it out, and he like bring the dude inside to try to help him. So do y'all want to listen to it, or do y'all want me to send it to y'all so I can watch it?
Can you send it to us?
All right, you turn your AirDrop on.
What's up, bro? Oh. Chill, man. You alright? I ain't alright. It ain't gotta be like this, man. Don't gotta be like this. We can talk. I just wanna go on by my way. Hey, just chill for a minute. Just let me talk to you, alright? I'm gonna put mine down, you put yours down. Let's talk. I just wanna go on by my way, though. Hey, everything gonna be alright, bro. All we gotta do is talk, alright? Hey, I done been there, dog. I done been on that side. All you gotta do is talk to me, dog. What's wrong, man? What's wrong? A lot of things going on. All right, you got to put that down, though, so we can talk. And let's talk about what you got going on. I promise you. Bro, I ain't going to call the police or nothing. But you got to talk to me, all right? You can't do it like this. Let's just talk, bro. You want to make some money? Let's talk about making some money. All right? All right? This ain't the life you want to live, bro. Come talk to me. I'm putting mine down now. Come on in. Come talk to me, man. This is my brother, man. All right, my little brother. Let's talk about your little brother in the house, dog. Let's get from out here. All right.
Thoughts?
Honest thoughts to it. You know, in the country, they say, especially Texas, you step on my lawn, you know, anything can happen. You know, police ain't gonna help you over here, buddy. So don't step in my lawn. But I like how he talked to the person. Basically, he talked to him and he reasoned him out with him because he probably sent there by somebody, you know, and say, hey, he got money over there, so rob him real quick. You know him, rob him real quick, get that money and come on back. You might have to shoot him because you know you're gonna have guns. But I don't think that dude was all the way bought in. If he was all the way bought in, ain't no talking him down. I don't think he was all the way bought in. I think he was just on the edge and be like, I don't want to do this. I ain't never done it. You know?
Yeah.
I ain't never seen no shit like that before.
For real, I was like, this look like something out of a movie. Like
didn't invite him in the house? I can understand him saying, you know, I ain't gonna call the police to get on the fuck up out my yard.
Yeah.
But invite the nigga in the house, let's talk. You wanna make some money, let's talk about money.
We can talk outside. If we gonna talk, we can talk outside. But I can't even lie to you. We wouldn't have got that far.
You would have shot him?
Yeah.
Oh gosh,
niggas try to break in. Cause I don't know what you got.
I don't blame.
All I know is this is my house. This is my stuff. If I got a family, this is my family or my friends, whoever I got over here. You might be trying to come in and kill all of us.
I don't blame you. Like he said, you stand outside though. We're gonna talk about money outside.
Then you can always come back. Like it's no telling.
Yeah, which is why you gone and
Do what you gotta do.
you know. Well, let me rephrase. That's just my mindset on the matter. If I wouldn't mind talking to the nigga, like if it comes to a situation like that, but thinking in the moment, I'm gonna put you down.
Fight or flight for real. But I feel like going back to the point about masculinity, I guess he was able to put his guard down and actually say like what he needed and what was the problem. So that goes back to the emotional standpoint. But then you got the other standpoint, like a man's man, like gonna be able to pull the gun out and be like, I'm finna hold my own. I'm not finna let you bitch me out, basically.
But I feel like a man's man wouldn't even be in the situation to where you gotta break in a nigga house. You would go through every other, or try to go through every other avenue as far as getting a job, creating your own job, doing some type of hustling, whatever you got to do before it resorts to breaking in somebody's house.
So when you trying to survive, when survival in question, anything on the line. Anything. Like it ain't that man's man shit go out the door. Cause a man's man gonna provide. So I feel like I feel where you coming from on that job shit, but when you got certain shit you trying to take care of, and this might be a quick little sweet lick, and you ain't got it, like they go back to your situation and environment, like they play such a key role in your decision making, man. Like for real.
But, and to kind of add on to your point, most of the people who are men's men had people around them to groom them into that. So if you dealing with this situation, it might not be you. It might be somebody who you look up to who'll be like, okay, look, you ain't got to go and do that. Tell me the situation and we gonna figure this out together. Or if it's a money thing, I can give you some money instead of you having to go and rob somebody or do whatever illegal thing you finna do. But if you don't have that, then you gotta survive.
I just realized we've been talking about masculinity a long time. This today, and this one word that I came up.
What?
That should definitely come up when we discuss masculinity. Pride.
Oh,
pride is a motherfucker.
Definitely.
Pride is a motherfucker.
Motherfucker might be too prideful to ask for something. You know what I'm saying?
Kendrick
I know.
Lamar did a whole album off Pride. Whole song. Pride's gonna get you killed.
Pride is a motherfucker. So now my question is, being men and being a woman, say you in this situation, you at the house by yourself. What, are y'all doing what he did, or y'all taking matters into your own hand?
Nah, I'm gonna have to go Tears Your Lane, man. Ain't no talking. It's just look, we get a knock at the middle of the door at night. I'm like, hey, sit down. I got this. I'm gonna go and be like, get my gun. So then I may say a word like, who is you? And if I see a gun, it's automatic because it's reflexes.
Right.
Like, oh, nope. I'm blowing you. I'm at least shooting your leg or something.
Yeah.
You're gonna go down. And then I'm gonna close the door and I'm gonna call the police.
Yeah.
But you ain't gonna leave there without blood gushing out of you. I'm gonna put a slug in you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I got a little story about that, but go ahead.
I mean, I'm not gonna shoot to kill, but I'm already a woman, so like the weakness is there. Like I'm already viewed as weak from society views and all that. So I'm like, I gotta do what I gotta do because you're gonna be like, oh, it's just you here. Oh, well then I'm gonna take advantage.
Right.
What I gotta do. So go ahead and lay him out, and I call the police or whoever I need to call.
Yeah.
Handle it.
It'll be hard if it was a kid. Like 15, 16. Like I couldn't see the video, so I don't know how old Buddy was.
I'm going to assume he was
17,
late teens, in early 20s.
But then, fuck that. Get him out of here. Fuck that. Because if it was the car, it'll be something different.
Yeah.
But when somebody got ill intent on their mind and they know where you stay, I don't feel like you can take no chance.
Yeah.
But breaking in my car, I might have let that ride. I think I might have let that ride.
Breaking in the car at the house or breaking in the car like you out somewhere else?
Out somewhere else. When somebody know where you stay, it's
different.
Yeah. That's where you like, that's your peace of mind. I feel like it's stake right there.
I got you. So since I think we all in agreement, so I'm gonna just tell the little story. So I think I told you, but maybe I didn't, because it's before we met. So the summer going to my freshman year at Jack State, and I was in Summer Bridge. Your daddy and I think our grandparents, whatever, had went to Vegas. He wanted me to house sit for him. Now you know where your daddy stay. And you know what's on the other side of his fence. Not to give too much away. So the first, literally, they was gone for a week. And he wanted me to house sit for him. I was, feed the dogs and whatever. So I was like, cool. Literally the first night, he left his gun behind the TV. I'm on the phone with a chick who eventually became my girlfriend, and somebody is like banging on the front door. Now, if you know his house, don't nobody come through the front door.
Yeah.
So they banging and knocking, and then I don't get up. Then it came into like they was trying to kick it open. So, me being me, I hung up with the girl, got the gun, and I called the police. So I'm on the phone with the police while they trying to kick the door in. And I'm just waiting on them to kick the door in so I can let that bitch go.
Yeah.
I don't know what your daddy had on that door. That bitch was sealed shut. Because I couldn't even open it when the police got there. But they was kicking and kicking. I shot like one or two through the door. And they ran off. Luckily, I guess, I didn't get nobody. But even like when the police showed up, he was like, he stayed in Georgetown. And he was like, man, I would have looked through the peephole and saw where they was, and I'd have unloaded the clip. Blah, blah, blah. Then his friend came and picked up the gun, and they said the same thing. I would have unloaded that bitch. But I'm like, I'm not really trying to kill this nigga. I'm really just trying to get you away from me. And I don't want you to come back. So eventually I got your dad on the phone. And he called every partner he knew. And we was just up in that motherfucker. Like they showed up. I'm talking about we in that bitch. I got his gun. One dude showed up, he got a shotgun. Somebody else showed up with pistols. And we just up in that bitch. They smoking and watching TV and stuff. I'm just chilling. I had class the next day. Like but had that nigga died, or however many it was, had one of them been taken out, like you said, don't step on my lawn. Cause God can't save you now. Yeah. If this shit hit where it's supposed to hit, But that's neither here nor there. The final topic, depending on how much time y'all got, I can also send y'all this video as well about the little boy, the kids abusing their grandma.
Abusing their grandma?
No, that's not tolerated, man.
Just watch the video, because I just want to see if y'all gonna get as pissed off as I got.
Here, come on, I got a new cousin. One day on kick. That's all it takes. Well. Oh, they all coming in. Get them hands off me. No. Y'all, come on. Come on. Got take 3 people now. Now y'all stand up. Stop. Come on, JD. There's a lot in her head. JD. Yo. JD, come on. Get up there. Stop happening. JD, come on. Move. Cut that down. Use the hot. Come on, George.
Nah, man.
James, you done watching?
Yeah.
No, man.
What's y'all's thoughts?
Man, I would. You'll see me. She'll be coming to my funeral. Literally, she'll be coming to my funeral the next day. They'll bury me the next day. Literally. No, I wouldn't touch my grandma like that ever. I got my mama. She can shoot. My daddy, he just gonna strangle me to death. He'll kill me. My grandpa, he gonna shoot. That's it. They ain't gonna tolerate it over here. That's that lawn thing, man. You don't disrespect your grandma like that. That's the way of the hood. Way of the hood, man.
Yeah.
You disrespect your grandma. Who are you, man? Oh man, nah, man. It wouldn't be tolerated over here. I don't know how you feel about that.
Oh Lord, if I was the grandma, I would have gave everything I got to those kids. Because the little boy talk about one kick is all it take.
Yeah.
Nah. Nah, you wouldn't even have your leg after that. And then the mama is just in the background saying stop. Like, what are words gonna do when you got like 3-4 kids on one woman?
So those 3 people in the picture, I think one of them is the parent, one of them is the mama, and I want to say the other one is like an auntie or something. And the dude, I don't know what the dude is.
So they just letting them go beat the kid up. Them childs go beat her up.
So
They all standing in that
adults.
little kitchen area or whatever. They all just standing there watching and recording.
There's your problem right there.
So you tell me 3 adults
Yep.
watch this grown woman.
Yep.
Wow.
Everybody need to ass beat. Kids and adults. Everybody. Because it's ridiculous. Yeah, it did piss me off. You want to see my reaction?
Yeah, nah. When I watched it, I watched it a couple times before I recorded it. Man, I'm waiting.
This is why folks don't want to be bothered with kids. This is why they don't want to be bothered. Right there. Like that shit really sad. Then the siblings to be, one of them could have stepped in. Then for the adults to be there.
Yeah. So
that shit sad, man.
So you spoke from if you was the child. If you are the parent and this is your child doing this, or this is your niece or nephew or whatever doing this, what is your plan of action? Your response?
I mean, I got whooped constantly as a kid. So that I didn't do nothing like that Now that one, I would have been thrown against the wall. My mama would beat my ass 5 times. I wouldn't play no game. Or I'd just be dead somewhere. Cause my mama don't play that.
Yeah.
And my dad don't play that. My dad gonna half kill me. So I be gassed for air. I don't know why you did that. And it's gonna be talked about for like 2 weeks or a month. Ain't gonna have no fun. Easy. That's it for me.
I mean, as an adult, you gotta discipline your kids. Also, like separating the situation, because no adult in there was separating the situation, and you're not disciplining the kids. You just tell them to stop. So it's like they know there's no action or consequence behind what they're doing. Mm-hmm. So they just like, yeah, one kick is all it takes, and then nothing happened after that. So they going home playing their game like that was the right
cool.
thing to do.
Yeah, and you know it's a pattern.
Exactly.
That ain't the first time he done some wild shit, in my opinion. For him to even be comfortable with doing that, but
he need to be in some type of juvenile boot camp or something.
Scared straight type shit.
Yeah. I don't be wanting to advocate for jail for nobody, because to me that's just a whole nother level of. But he need to be around like military people, and he need to have a lot of restrictions. Like all 3 of them, like need to be in some more shit. They don't need to just be, because the sad part about it is they doing it to somebody's grandma. Now imagine we talked earlier about doing it to somebody's child. Somebody's parents ain't gonna play with them kids.
Yeah.
They gonna get them kids up out of here. Or some other kids, older brother or older sister, gonna get on his ass. Now his mom and dad are gonna be mad because they gonna feel like shit, motherfucker done did something to my kid, but look what your kid doing. You terrorizing your grandma, you know you'll terrorize anybody.
Yeah. So
fuck you think you is, Suge Knight?
So to co-sign something you said, in the black community, grandmas are sacred. Mamas are sacred because it's your mama, but grandmas are especially sacred. We share a grandma. Whether it's my kid, one of my siblings' kids, your kid, one of your siblings' kids. If any kid think they finna put their hands or foot, in this case, on our grandma, all that stuff you said would happen to you. For sure.
Yeah.
It's like it's open season. Because for one, it's a respect thing. You gotta have respect for your elders in the family, especially when these are like in our family, our elders do a lot for us. You gotta have respect. But for you to feel like you can put your hands on somebody and physically harm them without consequence, not only do you need your ass whooped, whoever then put that mindset in you need their ass whooped. In my opinion. Because who is your mama or daddy or whoever that made you think you could hit my grandma? Nah. I'm about to beat the fuck out of you like you a grown man.
Yeah. What was it? I think, 2 years ago? So my mom, she got mental health issues or whatever. And so when she's having these different episodes, she gets violent. And so she's gotten violent with both of my grandparents. And so me in that situation, I'm like, oh no, we gotta fight. And like, that's my mama. So that's a whole different level of it. Like, that's a kid and a parent. And so I'm the kid in the situation, and my mama's the one being the violent one. Yeah. So my grandma's like, you gotta take the high road. Like, you gotta understand it. It's all mental. I'm like, nah, because like you creating a pattern that she's like, I can run over you. Yeah. And I can do this regardless if mental or not. And so I was like, no, we gotta fight. So yeah, kid or not, in that situation, you want to protect the grandparent because like that's the lifeline of the whole family tree, right? Really. So.
And that's an interesting perspective, to be the kid in the situation and your parent is getting violent with the grandparent, because in most cases, like, that's your parent, so you still want to respect and protect them. But at the same time, when do you cross that line to protect other people? Yeah. And I think that's something that people who are in similar situations battle with. James, what's your thoughts?
I ain't been in no situation quite like that, but I have been in a situation. But mine, of course, as you know, mine is sibling. So, like, shit, my parents used to tell me the same shit about taking the high road, but fuck all that. Shannon Sharp said it best. Nah, I can't even say what he said, because I am in the Bible. Damn.
Still say it.
You talking about turn the other cheek?
Oh. Yeah, nah.
You can't always do that. Because some people do is people take advantage of kindness and they take it for weakness.
Yeah.
So it's like, but you be wanting to give grace to like that mental health shit, but goddamn, the older I get, the more I be like, fuck that. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
What's the question again? Let me get this to me. Yeah, he went out. We was everywhere then.
Basically, if you the parent dealing with, and that's your kid or your niece, nephew, cousin, whatever, doing that type of stuff to your grandma.
Like I said, he wouldn't have no chance. I wouldn't care what my wife saying or nothing. She'll see me in rare form or anything my wife want to do. We doing it. Yeah. I'm whooping you, grounding you. You ain't getting no. I'm gonna still be feeding you a little bit.
A little bit.
Just a little bit.
You
gotta make sure you don't die.
You gotta make sure you don't die. Because you're gonna be crying too much.
Yeah.
You'll still get your little water, but you ain't doing nothing. You just going get in the books. I'm just being real because, as my parents say, I could have killed you. Because I had you. I can take you out of here. I go to jail for it. I don't care. But at least I got that grace, Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting that the route that you took, because just coming off of thinking about my reaction in the moment when I saw the video, we wouldn't have got to grounding and all that other stuff. It'd have just been, I don't know what it would have been, but it wouldn't have been that. It wouldn't have been as composed as you just laid it out. So that says, going back to what James, that says a lot about you, and your mindset. So we at an hour and 20 minutes. How much time y'all got? Y'all got to
I'm from that city, Jackson, Mississippi. We say dope and niggas killing. And no rob you just to get it. Who the fuck won't test this glizzy? This bitch hold a 5 or 50. Bitch, we don't call on 5 bitch, you know we gon' pull up handle business. Bitch, I'm with it. Niggas side in my brother house, can't wait till he feel it. Just be quiet, bitch, don't bill it. If you a rat, stay for them. Fuck them little boys, they know I'm out my top. I'm out my cell, ain't running for no smoke. We bring that pressure, we gon' clear the business. Clear the room, this the day you gon' get doomed. They wanna hit them afternoon, but I'm like, I can't wait that soon. We toast stick long in the room. This nigga must think that he got me fooled. But with the 2 rapid fire, all you niggas hear is boom. The top of sing a tone, them bullets ripping out them pills as if he breaking niggas bone. What sound gangster, what your own stupid that bitch tried to double back toe. That bitch don't call my phone. When it come down to my gorillas, bitch, I'm riding right or wrong. Spend my life through these microphones, bitch, I ain't lied in a song. We gon' spin again until we bust that nigga down. Since you acting loud of line, gon' put that bitch where he belong. They wanna see it down bad and now your name called in a stone. I'm from that city, Jackson, Mississippi. We say dope and niggas killing. And no rob you just to get it. Who the fuck won't test this glizzy? This bitch hold a 5 or 50. Bitch, we don't call on 5 bitch, you know we gon' pull up handle business. Bitch, I'm with it. Niggas side in my brother house, can't wait till he feel it. Just be quiet, bitch, don't bill it. If you a rat, stay for them. Fuck them little boys, they know I'm out my top. I'm out my cell, ain't running for no smoke. We bring that pressure, we gon' clear the business.
See what's up, some young and say he with that. Spend so many time at the time. Bitch niggas couldn't even shake that. He want smoke, bust him up, call bank. Bitch niggas couldn't even get back 200 to jail. Cheap me and bankroll, finna go stamp that bitch. We city rollin'. Go check the spot, bitch. The Glock high, you know I keep it on me. Spent the night with some demons, now I'm trying to see who want it. 30 stick, this bitch stick to my hip plate, I up it on you. Bitch, I'm ride with some killers, I know they sliding for they homie. Ride, they go murk the scene, kill everybody, leave them lonely. Bitch, this 30 stick to my hip plate, I up it on you. Bride, they go murk the scene, kill everybody, kill his homie. Make sure you spank the whole scene and leave his family lonely.
I'm from that city, Jackson, Mississippi. We say dope and niggas killing. And no rob you just to get it. Who the fuck won't test this glizzy? This bitch hold a 5 or 50. Bitch, we don't call on 5 bitch, you know we gon' pull up handle business. Bitch, I'm with it. Niggas side in my brother house, can't wait till he feel it. Just be quiet, bitch, don't bill it. If you a rat, stay for them. Fuck them little boys, they know I'm out my top. I'm out my cell, ain't running for no smoke. We bring that pressure, we gon' clear the business.